Hello, everybody. Friday morning. And I thought I would do a yoga class again because I had such fun doing it last week, actually. And I thought, why not do my live as a yin yoga class? So I gave a warning. So jumping on. So I give everybody a couple of minutes. For those of you who want to join me, I'm a few minutes early. All you need is a yoga mat or a towel and just some space. So if you need to push the coffee table out of the way, it's kind of how I teach actually. When I'm teaching, I do it in the living room and I just have to move all the furniture. So yin yoga, why do I love it so much? I actually, first and foremost, you guys didn't know, I started teaching Ashtanga yoga about 16, 17 years ago. And then I had so many clients with back pain and back problems. I started to investigate the issues with back pain. Yeah, we're in my room. So when you're trying to heal your back, is gentler, more restorative yoga and core strength, of course. That's always the key. All right, have we got this? Good. Okay, so the premise of yin yoga is really we're connecting, as all yoga is, connecting the breath too. So we're just going to sit cross-legged. So those of you who join me, awesome. For those of you who want to are catching this later, awesome. So we're just going to sit cross-legged, sit comfortably. If this is too tight and you need to open up your legs a little bit more, not a problem. So what I was saying about yin yoga, the cool part about yin yoga is it helps lengthen the muscle, open up the joints, and build a little strength in the core because we're holding everything a little bit longer. So we're going to start with a waist rotation. We're going to place your hands on your knees, and when you go around, you're moving around on your butt. So we're going to start to the right, and you're just going to shift the pelvis onto the right butt cheek, roll it around. So you're tucking in, roll around onto the back of it, onto your tailbone, left butt cheek, and then pop it up and forward as you come onto the front of the sit bones. We're going to lift the rib cage here and then just keep going around. So we're going to drop it around and lift. And you want to use the obliques and the abdominal, all the abdominal muscles as you go around. Lift the chest and around, and again lift. Good, awesome. And lift and around, and remember to breathe. And if you don't have your breathing, don't worry. Just don't hold your breath. The breathing comes in time. And when you're able to slow the breathing down, we're going to go around one more time and around. Hold in center. And then we're going to go to the left. Over. And again, back on that tailbone. And we're moving around through the front of the sit bones, those little bones in your butt. Left butt cheek, tailbone, right butt cheek, lift. And around. Breathe. And lift. So we're just warming up the spine a little bit. And around. Good. And breathe. And go two more. Lift. And around. I love this in the morning. It's a good way to get the body moving. We're going to hold in center. So again, if you have a problem and you need to sit on something, if you need to elevate your hips, grab a block or a pillow so that you're up here a little bit if it's too tight. All right, so we're going to take the arms out wide and we're going to pull your shoulder blades down and together. Bend your elbows down towards your back so that you're lifting your chest, arching your back. Take a breath in. Good. And exhale. I did that backwards. So take a breath in and exhale. Take a breath in and exhale. Lift the chest. You're arching the back. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to take the arms out and we're going to wrap them around ourselves. Give yourself a great big hug. Left over, right under. Good. Take a breath. Inhale. Here we go. Inhale. Right arm over. Exhale. Take a breath in. And exhale. We're going to do it again. Inhale. Left arm up. On top. Take a big hug. Perfect. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Here we go. Inhale. Open. And right arm on top. And give yourself a great big hug. Perfect. So we're going to inhale. and exhale. Take a breath in and open up. All right, so now we're going to take the left arm across, keep it completely straight. Right arm is under, and you're just pulling gently across. We're not twisting, turning, trying to get the arm. It's really all about keeping that arm locked out, and then you're just pulling it across to open up the shoulder. So you're actively pulling your fingers that way. Good. Keep the chest lifted. Lift the lower belly. So we're trying to lift your hip bones and pull the rib cage down, right? So we're going to engage the core. Excellent. One more breath. As you exhale, we're going to release. Take that arm all the way around behind. Plant your hand behind. If this is too much and you need to put a block here to lift your hand, to keep the elbow bent, modify as you need to. Okay? We're going to take your right hand to the outside of the left knee. We're not pulling. We're using this to stabilize. We're going to lift your rib cage, and like you're twisting a towel, we're going to turn at the waist. Okay? And again, inhale, lift your rib cage. We're not overturning the neck. And exhale. So be gentle with yourself. It's a turn in the spine. And again, lift the rib cage. And exhale. One more breath in. Inhale, lift the rib cage. And exhale and turn. Pull that left shoulder blade back gently. We're going to take a long breath in here. And as you exhale, rotate back to center. All right. And now we're going to take your right arm across. Keep it completely straight. Left arm comes under. And we're going to just gently pull. We're not up here. We're not twisted. Keeping everything straight. Let that shoulder drop. And breathe. And release. Good. Just focus on your breath a little bit. Allow the shoulder to open. Actively keeping that fingers pulling. One more breath. Here goes. We exhale and release. Right arm around and behind. Left hand to the outside of your knee. Good. And we're going to inhale, lift the chest, and turn at the waist like you're twisting a towel. And if you're just joining, just jump on in, and we'll start. Okay. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale and turn. That's the cool part about yin yoga. You can really kind of just start. You don't have to be warmed up. Okay, inhale and lift, exhale and turn. And again, try to use the abdominal muscles in the turn opposed to pulling yourself around. One more breath. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale and turn. Pull the right shoulder blade back. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, come back to center and release. Good. So we're going to take the arms out wide again. So big breath in. And exhale, wrap them around right on top. And inhale, take your arms wide. Left on top. Now, we're going to take them wide and come into a half crow. And left on top, right under. Now we're going to bend at the elbows. If you're here, be here. Don't strain. If you can bring the backs of your hands together, great. If you can slide that right hand in front, then you're going to be here. Work within what your body is telling you. Okay? So now we're going to, if you're able, lift your elbows a little bit. We're going to bend forward. We're going to curl it in. So imagine you're tucking your rib cage in, pulling your elbows in towards your belly button. Pull your chin down. You're looking down towards your belly button. Take a breath in here. Good. As you inhale, we're going to come back up. Good. We're going to do that one more time. And again, if your hands are here, that's fine. Or hands are touching. We want to lift those elbows again. And again, as we exhale, tuck it in. Pull the rib cage down. Pull your elbows down towards your belly button. Drop the chin. Take a breath here. And as you inhale and lift, we're going to release and out we go. Okay, roll the shoulders. Now we're going to switch sides because we have two sides. All right, arms right over. Okay, and again, if you're here, that's fine. If you can bring the palms or if you can interlock the fingers. Okay, take a breath. Lift your elbows up. And here we go. Tuck it in. So you're curling in. You're pulling, you're bending at the waist, tucking your rib cage down towards your hip bones. Drop the chin. Take a breath here. Okay, as you inhale and come up. Good. Take a breath. And again, inhale, lift the shoulder or lift the elbows to open up the shoulders. And again, tuck it in. Curl it down. Same as if you're doing abdominal curl. You're pulling that rib cage, base of the rib cage towards the hip bones as you curl in. Take a breath. Here we go as we inhale and come up and release. Arms down, roll the shoulders. Perfect. Okay, so we just want to get loosey-goosey. We're going to do a little bit of a neck stretch. But first we're going to do a side bend. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your right hand and we're going to go up and lift. Just reach it up. So we feel that stretch. And then exhale and release and relax. Take a breath in and reach. Good. And relax. Now we're going to take your left hand over onto the floor. You're going to reach the arm up, bend at the waist, and reach over. Don't kill it. Go wherever your body is telling you. So we're not here. We're not here. If this is where you are in your bend, be here. Allow your body to tell you where it's going to go. Okay? Pull the abdominals in and back up to center. Place the right hand down. Left arm goes up. And we're going to inhale and reach. So we feel that stretch. And relax. And again, inhale and reach. And relax. Placing your right hand over onto the floor as you inhale and bend. Over you go. So we're not laying our arm on our head. We're keeping that arm active as we reach up and over. And you're going to feel that stretch down the side of the body. One more breath. Here we go as we inhale and come up. Perfect. Okay, roll the shoulders. Now, we're going to do a little bit more of a bend. We want to stretch out the neck as well. So we're going to place your right hand on the floor. Remember we did this last week. You're doing a little claw motion. So you're taking your hand like this over your head, the middle fingers to the tip of your ear, and you're going to gently push your right hand down into the floor and slightly lean over. All you're really doing is shifting your weight into your left butt cheek. Now, as you push this hand down, you're going to feel that in the upper traps, and that's going to stretch. You're not really pulling, you're just guiding your head over. To deepen this, you're going to rotate your chin down to your clavicle, move your hand back to where your ponytail would be, and then pull gently down. Still actively pushing the right hand down. And breathe. Okay, we're coming out the exact same way. Rotate your face back to the camera, me, whatever, and come out. There we go. So now we're going to switch sides. Left hand on the floor, right hand like a claw, fingers, tip of the ear, right? So we're not clenching onto that. And actively push your hand down, okay? And gently pull as you lean the weight over into your right butt cheek. It's a subtle shift. It doesn't have to go hard, okay? And you're gently pulling as you're actively pushing the left hand down towards the floor. And breathe. One more breath. Okay, here we go. So we're going to turn your chin down to the clavicle, so that bone right across the front. Now rock your hand back a little bit. My actual bun is in the way, so here we go. Let's figure that one out. and pull gently down. Okay, actively push the left hand down into the floor, gently pull the chin down towards the clavicle, so that bone across the chest. Good. And, oh, that feels really good. I like it. All right, release. Turn your head and let go and come up. Okay, we are going to flip over, do some work through the hips and the spine. So we're just gonna swing the legs around, go into cat and camel. Move your mat, whatever you need to do. So you want to place your hands directly below your shoulders and your knees directly below your hips. When we arch the back, it's really like, I'm gonna go side so you guys can see. So when you arch the back, you're really kind of, imagine you're sticking your butt out, and then you want to lift the chest. So we want to elongate through the abdominals. So we're actually lifting the sternum, and we want to kind of stretch. So if you're standing up, you're going to be doing one of these with your butt stuck out. I know, super fun. It's like when you're 5 years old and you're sticking your butt out in front of someone's face. Same idea. All right, so take a deep breath in here, equal weight on your hands and knees. As we exhale, tuck your tailbone under, so the curl starts from the tailbone. Tuck your tailbone under, pull the abdominals in. You're gonna press into your hands and arch your upper back like a cat. So the entire thing, your entire back is curved out. You're pulling your chin down to look between your legs, and you're actively pushing the tops of your feet down into the floor. Now we release. And drop the belly, arch the back, lift the chest. So we're going to do that one more time, and then we'll speed it up. So again, tuck your tailbone under, pull the abdominals in like you get punched in the gut, and then protract your shoulders, which means you're pressing into your arms, opening up the shoulders. Drop your chin, look through your legs. Actively push the feet down into the floor. And then reverse. Okay, we're going to speed it up and do 4. Take a breath in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Good. If you're able, you're going to take your knees wide, keep your toes together. If you need a block or a cushion to sit on, you're going to stick it underneath your butt and drop back into child's pose. Now, if you don't need anything, that's fine. If you need more and you need to put 2 blocks under your butt because of your knees or hips or whatever the case may be, you want to be supported with the hips as we go forward. Okay? So use what you need to in order to feel comfortable. When you go into this next posture, we don't want any huge pain on the knees. That's why the knees are wider than your hips and our toes are slightly apart. So again, get a block, get a pillow, whatever you happen to need. I'm a little tight today, so I'm going to go with a block. And it happens. There's days where I can do cool things and there's days I can't. So as we let the butt drop back, your hands are shoulder width apart. This is the clincher, and most people just let the whole upper body collapse. When you're going into child's pose, you want to actively be pressing your palms down to activate the bicep and the tricep. Bicep, tricep. Why? Bicep, 2 muscles. Tricep, 3. I know. It's true. Okay, so you're actively pressing down. You're going to tuck your tailbone under gently. Drop your chin or your head to the floor. If you can't, use a pillow or a block to rest your forehead. Okay? Yin yoga is so great. I love it because you can just modify what you need to as you need to. Okay, as you're pressing your tailbone back and tucking it under, we're going to stretch on the right. So, which means we're going to walk the left over and the right arm. The only thing that moved was your upper body and wherever the curve. So you're going to feel a bend at the waist as you reach over. And breathe. Remember, we're actively pushing the palms down into the floor. The elbows are not touching. It's a whole different posture. Take one more breath. Now, we're going to come back with the left, move the right over, come back to center, take a breath. Now we're going to do the other side. The right goes over, left follows, and go a little bit more. And you're going to feel that stretch from the underarm down, like down the side of the rib cage. If you're more bendy on one side, awesome. Okay, actively press the palms down, tuck your tailbone under, lift the lower belly. One more breath. Here we go. Walk your right hand back in, left, back to center. Now we're going to drop onto your elbows. Take a breath, walk your hands back and up. Awesome. Remove your blocks if you have. We're going to come around, swing your legs around. We're going to extend the legs. We're going to do a little bit of a back opener. So we're going to bend the knees, bring your toes together. We're going to bend from the hip, not the waist. So we're not here. We are here. So here's the cool part. In order to get your belly to touch your thighs, bend your knees as much as you need to. That's it. So if you need to walk your feet back towards you and you go forward in order to grab your toes, if you need to take your legs wide in order to grab your toes, that's what you're going to do. Totally cool. There's no judgment here. So we're going to roll those shoulders back, lift the sternum. So imagine if you're wearing a necklace and a pendant was right here. The pendant's lifting, yeah, up. So as soon as you pull upward, that means your abdominals have to engage. So if you're lifting, if you're collapsing here, your abs aren't really working. So what we're going to do is lift. That gets the transverse abdominal to engage, and we want that, right? We want to build the abdominal wall, the strength in the abdominal wall. Yoga is great. It will help build abdominal strength. It will not give you flat abs. That's Photoshop. I know. I'm a little cheeky on a Friday morning. All right, we're going to lift. Drop those shoulders. And just think about you're pushing your chest towards the feet, and you want your belly on your thighs. And it doesn't matter how bent your legs are. So we're going to focus on the breath. And then, if you're able, you walk your butt cheeks back, lengthening out the hamstrings. Feet don't move, arms don't move, shoulders don't move. Just breathe. Nice long breath. Right? And as you exhale, just pull yourself gently forward. And again, keep that pendant lifting. And as everything lets go in the back, mine's not letting go too far. I'm actually really tight. But it's also cold. So here's the difference. When it's chilly outside, your body's not going to move as much as when it's warm. So just be mindful of that. Don't try to make it do a whole bunch of crazy things. Okay, we're going to hold for 4 more breaths. Just deepen the breath, breathing into your back. And exhale. And shift as you need to. Okay, 2 more breaths. Last one. All right, so hold everything. You're going to release your hands to your hips, pull your shoulder blades back, and lift. So we're going to go into a staff posture, and then we're going to do a sitting twisted before we go into corpse. When we go into staff, you're going to bring your thighs together, roll your feet in so your toes are touching. You're placing your hands beside you for balance. Now, if your arms are shorter, you're going to put your hands on a block because there's really no weight in your arms. If your arms are longer, you're going to make a fist and place your hands. Mine are like the right normal length for my body, so we're good. So you're going to place the hands flat if everything is good. Modify as you need to. Roll the shoulders back. Here's the fun part. This is where it gets super fun. We're going to pull in, pull the rib cage down, pull your hip bones up. Imagine you got punched in the gut. I know. It's yoga. We're supposed to be all passive and everything, but come on, we know how that feels. Well, or we have an idea. And you're going to pull that in. When you lift your rib cage, it's harder, but it's going to create more strength. Be mindful of what your body's able to do. You're going to contract your quads to advance the posture. When you contract, you hyperextend, so the contraction protects your knees as you go up, and the heels are going to lift. And we're going to hold. Breathing. So here's where the strength kicks in. As we hold the contraction and take a deep breath, that's how we start to strengthen the abdominal wall. Yeah? So the contraction of the quads is taking over the hip flexors, so they're not the ones working. We're pulling in, like we're tightening in that corset, and now we're breathing. Creates a lot of strength, and that's what we want to do. So we're going to hold for 2 more breaths. Last breath in. And release. All right, for a sitting twisted posture, I'm going to sit straight so you guys can totally see where I am. You're going to make sure your feet, your knees are in line with your hips. Okay? You're going to reach your right hand under the left. You're going to grab onto that left ankle and pull through like you're sewing a needle. Straight under. Now, your knee is lined up with your hip. Your left foot is beside your right butt cheek, and you should have both butt cheeks on the floor. Equal weight. Now, if you're here and you can only place your foot, you're modifying, great place to start. Okay? If you need to place your hands behind you and you're holding, great, that's where you are. Listen to your body, it will tell you. If you're able to cross your foot over, this is the full posture. You have equal weight on your butt, weight on your foot. You're going to lift that rib cage. And then if you're able, the turn starts from the base of the spine, not the shoulders and neck. So we're turning in towards the leg. Right hand goes behind. Lift your rib cage and wrap the arm or hand around. Actively pull the knee in towards your underarm as you shift the weight back into the right butt cheek. Yeah? So if you're pulling and you've got space and you're tipping over, come back out. It's not about how much can I turn or what can I grab. It's about being in the posture and letting your body slowly open up into it. So as we lift and do that turn, we're actively pulling across to open up and then shift that weight back down, and then we're continuing the turn. We're not overturning the chin. The chin stays in line with the center of your chest. That's where we are. There is different styles of yoga where you turn the head. That's not what we're doing. I mean, nobody needs to do that extra turn. Nobody. All right, and breathe. It's going to be a little bit more shallow breath because you're compressing. But remember, your lungs are in your back. Expand in the back. And allow that hip to open. If you need to, place your thumb in the crease and just gently press down and open. Okay. When we come out, you're going to take a deep breath in and exhale. Turn all the way out. Open up the turn. Deep breath. And come back to center. Uncross. We're going to do the other side. So, placing your feet in line. Reach the left hand underneath. Grab onto the right ankle and slide her through. Make sure the knee is in line. So find your same position. You may be more flexible on this side than the other, or vice versa, or less. Okay? Placement of your butt cheeks, placement of your foot. All of these things need to be down. Bum, foot, turn. In that order. We're going to lift, turn, actively pull that knee across the body, and then shift that weight. As you pull to the right, shift the weight back into the left butt. Pull that left shoulder blade back. Place your hand. I'm a little tighter, so I'm not going as far today. Not this side. And breathe. Smile. It's just yoga. I don't feel anybody should be super serious in yoga. Because it's yoga. All right, we're going to hold for 2 more breaths. Then we're going to come back. 1 more breath. All right, so when you're coming out, you're always inhaling to lift the rib cage and exhale on the turn. Open it up. Take a breath in, lift the rib cage, and exhale, come back to center. Let's do 1 more as you uncross. We're just going to do a sitting cobbler's pose. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Now, ideally what you're going to do is try to bring your heels as close to your body as you can. And then what you're going to do is use the muscles in your hip to press down. Easier said than done. So you can grab onto your feet. Ideally, you want your feet to open like this. So you're pushing the sides of your feet together closest to the floor. And then as you use your hips, you're going to open the feet up like a book. I'm not very good at it. I mean, I can kind of get there, but I'm not like, you're supposed to be able to flat out. Never. Not going to happen. It's okay. I'm totally fine with it. All right. So you can either grab your feet or your ankles, and then you can just gently push as you slowly start to lean forward. The tilt forwards from your hip bones, not your waist, so your back is straight, and we're leading the chin forward to the floor in front of our toes. 17 years, have never got my chin to the floor. Not that I haven't tried. I have. But it's just not going to happen. So, it's okay. All right, so we're not hunching the shoulders. Shoulders are not by your ears. The shoulders have nothing to say. Pull them back and down. Get the abdominals to engage. And just breathe. Hold your position. Find out where you are. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. And just focus on your breath. We're going to hold for 3 more breaths. Okay, so as we prepare to come up, we're going to inhale, shoulders back. You're going to place your hands underneath your knees, pull the knees together, extend the legs. We're going to go into a corpse for a couple of minutes. So if you're just tuning in and you see us, people want me lying here, don't panic. Okay, roll yourself down, extend the legs, find a comfortable spot. If you want a brick or a pillow under your head, grab a blanket, whatever. You're in corpse. You want to be as comfortable as possible. Okay? Palms facing up and just breathe. Oh, my bun is in the way. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to take nice, long, gentle breaths through the body. And again, just imagine your breath flowing all the way through your body, all the way down to your toes. And allow your toes to relax. Relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your shins. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax your hips. Take a nice long deep breath in. Feel the breath flow through your body all the way down to your toes, and allow your legs to relax on the floor. Relax your belly. Relax your low back. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Take a nice long deep breath in. Feel the breath flow through your body all the way down to your toes, and allow your whole body to feel heavy on the mat. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your face. Relax your head. Take a nice long deep breath in. Feel the breath flow through your body all the way down to your toes, and allow your whole body to feel heavy on the mat. Take a nice long deep breath in. Allow your body to feel a little bit lighter. Roll the ankles, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, roll your wrists, roll the legs in and out. Take a breath in and exhale. You're going to bend your left and the right. You're going to roll to the left to come up. Bring your right hand around in front and press yourself up to a cross-legged sitting position. As you come into a sitting position, we're going to place your hands. We're going to do a few cleansing breaths. You're going to breathe in through your nose and force the air out through your mouth. As you inhale, breathe in. Breathe it out. And again, breathe in. Breathe it out. Last breath in. Breathe it out. Opening your eyes, bring your hands to prayer. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me for a Friday morning yoga. I may actually just do this every week. I kind of like it. So guys, if you want to download this, I'm going to actually put it up on YouTube where you can watch it more frequently, or download it, keep it here. And I hope you have a wonderful Easter. Happy Good Friday. And thanks for watching, guys.